said about this brand as of yet because every influencer got it in PR. Well, I didn't. I went to the Louis Vuitton store in New York City when I was there a couple of days ago and spent $800 on this 4-color eyeshadow palette, 2 lipsticks, and 1 lip balm. $800 on 4 beauty products, but I'm gonna give you guys the real tea. Now, with this whole launch, obviously there are quite a lot of differing opinions. The price is obviously the biggest discussion. Now, before I say anything at all, okay, $250 is no eyeshadow palette, no packaging, no formula on planet Earth, unless it literally had like crushed diamonds in a glitter formula that is actually worth $250. It is 100% a scam. However, if you really think about it, all luxury shopping is a scam.
Jeffree Star lit up the internet the other night with a fiery live stream where he let loose on James Charles and NikkieTutorials. No filters, no holding back. What started as a casual chat about Louis Vuitton's luxury makeup launch quickly spiraled into a scandal-filled showdown that had fans glued to every word. So here is the setup. Louis Vuitton officially crashed into the beauty industry last month with their very first full makeup line, and they didn't come to play. Partnering with legendary artist Pat McGrath, the brand rolled out 55 refillable lipsticks in satin and matte finishes, 10 tinted balms, and 8 eyeshadow quads. But the real kicker? Those prices. Lipsticks starting at a jaw-dropping $160 and eyeshadow palettes tagged at $250 had people screaming online, was this luxury or just robbery with fancy packaging?
Crazy. Final thoughts on Louis Vuitton makeup because I don't want to talk about this anymore. I know that most people cannot afford to shop this brand, so don't worry. If you can't, you're not missing out on literally anything. If you can afford to shop this brand and you're interested, first of all, good for you. Please hit me up or slide into my DMs. Okay, I'm totally open to a sugar mommy or daddy. Eyeshadow palette? Absolutely not. The formula is very, very basic and bland. You can do much better for a cheaper price. Lipsticks, on the other hand, I can get behind. I don't think they're worth $160, but people are going to pay for them regardless of my opinion. So if you're going to pick up anything from the brand, I would at least allow it to be these. The packaging is very nice. Both matte and satin formulas apply nicely. They feel comfortable on the lips. There was a good shade selection. You know, we all work hard for our money. And if you want to spend it on that, be my guest. I wouldn't, but if you do, I don't think you'll be disappointed.
The beauty community wasted no time flooding social media with reviews. Some influencers bragged about getting LV's PR boxes, while others swore they spent their own cash just to keep it real. That's when the divide started boiling. Viewers claimed the ones who bought the products were way more honest than those showered with freebies. And James Charles? He made it clear he was one of the buyers and he came out swinging. He praised the packaging, calling it unreal, but didn't hold back on trashing the overall value. To him, the products looked gorgeous, but were totally not worth that insane price tag. Meanwhile, NikkieTutorials added even more fuel to the fire. She also bought her own products and didn't mince words either. Fans were buzzing because she hinted that her rocky history with Pat McGrath might be the shady reason she didn't to get a PR package in the first place.
Louis Vuitton just launched $250 eyeshadow palettes, and if that wasn't enough, $160 lipsticks. And if you're like, girl, yeah, we saw the PR packages, where's yours? Well, when I saw that Pat McGrath is the creative director, I now solely understand why my PR package was imaginary.
Whether that's true or not, one thing was clear: she wasn't impressed with the makeup either. And she wasn't scared to say it loud. And that's exactly when Jeffree Star swooped in, ready to stir the pot even more. Just like James Charles after putting Louis Vuitton's new collection to the test, NikkieTutorials made it crystal clear she didn't think those products were worth the sky-high price tag either. Her review hit hard because fans could literally see the disappointment on her face as she blended shadows that barely showed up and swiped lipsticks that transferred all over the place. The fact that both James and Nikkie dropped their own cash on the products made their reviews feel brutally honest, and people were eating it up. But then came Jeffree Star, and that's when things really got messy. Jeffree admitted he received the full PR package, and to everyone's shock, he seemed to love the products. Instantly, the internet turned on him, with fans accusing him of being fake and playing nice just because he got the luxury freebies. Social media lit up with accusations, saying his review didn't feel as raw or believable compared to James and Nikkie's.
This has got to be the most boring, lackluster eye I've done in months. $250 for this? For this? You know what? I'm skipping lipstick. I'm saving that for another time. I can't do this anymore. Ugh.
Now, Jeffree has always sworn that his reviews are the real deal. He has bragged in the past that he is so wealthy, he doesn't need brand checks or backroom deals to stay rich. He can speak his mind without worrying about sponsorships.
I'm sure you've seen the Louis Vuitton makeup line. It's been revealed. There's reviews everywhere. I think we saved the best review for last. This truly feels like Christmas. I've been waiting for Louis Vuitton to make makeup for so long. Probably the heaviest PR box I've ever felt in my life. Here she is in all her glory. Oh my God. Application super easy. It went on like a dream. Now, it's giving this aura of luxury and raspberry and a little hint of mint. A little bit came off, but it looks flawless. I lined my lips with the Jeffree Star Red Rum Velour Lip Liner. Now let's go in with the matte formula in shade Rouge Louis. Very comfortable, didn't get on my teeth, and it's so beautiful. Payoff immediately, a lot. I'm gonna go in with this beautiful bronze tone right here and pop it right there. The shadow is more of a bronzy satin metallic, and it is really pretty. Blending into the other color effortlessly, burgundy. Now we're just gonna buff it lightly right under the waterline and go into the darker color. It was the most highly anticipated review of the summer, and Louis Vuitton did not disappoint. Huge congratulations to Pat McGrath for slaying the beauty line for Louis. This is such a beautiful experience. I know the price point may not be for everybody, and that's okay, but if you can, snap up a piece of luxury. This is more than makeup. This is an experience, and the House of Louis really came correct.
But longtime followers know that Jeffree doesn't always keep it straight. Remember when he promised to review Hailey Bieber's Rhode products, then bought them, filmed himself tossing the entire line in the trash without even trying them, and called it garbage? At that moment, the internet went wild. Because the timing was shady, Selena Gomez was the sweetheart of the public eye, and Jeffree siding against Hailey felt more like a popularity move than an honest review. So now fans are asking, was Jeffree genuinely impressed with Louis Vuitton's makeup? Or was he just playing into another narrative for attention? To be fair, Jeffree's whole situation with Hailey Bieber's Rhode products wasn't exactly an honest review moment. It was more like a dramatic stunt. He didn't even bother trying the products. He just tossed them in the trash on camera.
Do you think that the makeup I bought myself from Louis Vuitton will be just as good as the free stuff?
Even though I was on the PR list and reviewed it, oh baby, I'm a fan of this brand. There was makeup brushes, there was other stuff that was not available. Yes, I bought it with my own money. Let's unbox it now!
For some reason, a lot of people were upset that I was so excited about Louis Vuitton's launch. Baby, remember when I told you I was a super fan? Hi, I am. I wasn't disappointed, the shit was bomb, but there was a whole collection and I only got a couple things in the PR. So yes, I bought this all with my own money. Duh. Can't breathe, you guys. Yes, Louis Vuitton has a whole line.
And yet, despite stunts like that, people have long trusted Jeffree because he built his brand on being brutally honest. He was the guy who didn't cave to PR boxes or brand deals. The one who'd proudly say, "This is trash," even if a company was handing him freebies. Fans believed he had no reason to sugarcoat anything. He wasn't afraid to call expensive products a total waste of money. But this Louis Vuitton launch, it cracked that reputation in half. Suddenly, viewers were pointing fingers, accusing Jeffree of lying straight to their faces. To them, the overpriced shadows and lipsticks weren't worth a dime, and yet Jeffree was glowing about them like they were holy grails.
For $250,
Oh.
not even pigment was included. I tried another palette from the launch for my tube channel, and that, although boring, at least had
Oh, hello. Okay, so I filmed part 1 actually days ago, never predicting all of this drama. Now it's Monday morning. I woke up all peaceful, had a really great sleep. My skin is looking so clear, but I guess there was a full moon last night. It must be Mercury retrograde, or it really must be the full moon, because I woke up today to thousands and thousands of random hate comments, all about Miss Louis Vuitton. Okay, so the topic of discussion is, of course, the $250 eyeshadow palette. Now, I guess NikkieTutorials and James Charles reviewed the makeup. They bought it themselves. They were not on the PR list. So is it giving bitter Betty, or why am I involved? I actually respect NikkieTutorials, but if you hear her in the intro, she said that she reviewed a different Louis palette for her YouTube channel, and that one was totally fine with pigment, even though it was boring according to her, it had pigment. So she chose to use the lightest color story for TikTok, and now everyone's coming at me like I'm a liar. I'm seeing a lot of things that, oh, Jeffree, you just wanted to be on the PR list for Louis, so you lied for them. I'm the dumbass that bought a $150,000 pool table from Louis Vuitton. You think I care about a free lipstick?
But here's the catch, Jeffree has always been obsessed with Louis Vuitton. From flaunting tracksuits to showing off his endless collection of trunks and luggage, he's been a die-hard fan of the brand for years. So when he gushed about their makeup, some weren't shocked, they figured his loyalty blinded him. Still, Jeffree insisted his praise was 100% real.
I'm also live streaming right now. Let's try the palette again. And I have one more thing to say. I woke up to all these comments. Well, Nikki and James used it and it didn't, and they didn't have the same experience as you. We're still listening to what James Charles has to say. Someone that admitted to texting minors and then deleted the apology video. You guys are believing someone that likes children. I think we have a bigger issue at hand. I think I'm thoroughly offended that anyone would think I would lie about something to get a free lipstick. No offense, but huh? Would you look at that? The Louis Vuitton lipstick that I bought with my own money. Look. Look at that.
He even doubled down by going back and buying extra products with his own money to prove he wasn't just swayed by the PR package. The problem? The internet wasn't convinced. As James and Nikkie's critical reviews went viral, Jeffree started facing a tidal wave of backlash, accused of being biased, fake, or flat-out dishonest, and that's when he snapped.
Here's the brush I used in the review. Let's put her down. Here is a clean, brand new one. This is the Jeffree Star S4 brush launching in November. Now let's go right here and let's not cut the video. Oh no, oh my God, it has pigment. I'm also live streaming this right now and I can't stop laughing. Okay, let me take my brush and let me bring it right to the eye with no cuts. Does it have any pigment? Oh my God, I don't see it. Oh no, nothing's there. I mean, that looks like a lot of pigment to me. What? Any eye look, you're gonna dunk in there again and you're gonna go right in. We're gonna take the JS5 and we're gonna go right in here. Oh no, oh no. Immediately go right up here and soften that edge. Deep blue shade, and let's see if it has any sort of payoff. Oh, would you look at that? I'm gonna stamp it in just like the last one. Well, would you look at her? Live streaming this right now and my chat is laughing hysterically at the word preloaded. I don't think I'm ever gonna get over it. Okay, now we're gonna go in with this brush. There is nothing on the brush, of course. And we're gonna go into this beautiful bright metallic. Ooh, look at the sparkle. And we're just gonna put that right there. Oh my God. These honestly look really beautiful and they have a lot of pigment. So who's really at fault here? What is the moral of the story? Us as influencers all have different opinions. I will never be paid to say anything is great and I would never lie to my audience. Just the thought of being accused of that makes me sick.
He stitched NikkieTutorials TikTok, fiercely defending the eyeshadow palette. He swore the pigment was there and claimed people were testing it wrong, even pointing out that in his own video, he hadn't preloaded his brush, yet it still performed beautifully. Then Jeffree took it way beyond makeup drama. He came for James Charles directly, calling him out for allegedly texting minors.
You hear the deafening silence? So y'all can put your little laughing emojis in the chat all you want, I don't care. But what I'm not gonna do is wake up this morning and hear, oh my God, well James Charles and NikkieTutorials, they bought the Louis makeup. But every other thing they've reviewed this year has been for free. And then y'all think for a second, maybe they didn't get paid to say something was great this year? Are y'all delusional? When I was friends with NikkieTutorials, she was making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, if not a week, with sponsored posts. But Jeffree lied because he wants to stay on the Louis PR list. I've spent millions of dollars at Louis. They've never given me a damn thing in my life. You think I'm gonna stay on the PR list for a fucking free lipstick? Who do these people think I am? You think I want to stay on a PR list to get a free lipstick? You think I'm that stupid and desperate?
The live stream went from discussing shimmer and pigment to dropping accusations that shook the entire beauty community. Fans couldn't believe how fast the conversation escalated. And it proved one thing: Jeffree wasn't just defending eyeshadow. He was ready to scorch earth if anyone questioned his honesty. Jeffree wasn't done yet. He doubled down on his live stream, firing back at both James and Nikkie with even more heat.
So if you're gonna come at me because James and Nikkie didn't like it and I did, who are you? Are you okay? Aw, because I'm on the PR list and they weren't? Sounds like they're bitter and jealous. NikkieTutorials literally says, Pat McGrath doesn't like me. Oh, okay, well, what'd you do to her? Maybe she just doesn't like your content. Who cares? Sorry that your idol doesn't like you, but that has nothing to do with me. And then all of a sudden, the makeup gets a bad review. Right, Cleety, right. It's giving tomfoolery.
He dragged NikkieTutorials into the mess again, hinting that her negative review had less to do with the actual makeup and more to do with her long-standing beef with Pat McGrath. He basically painted her as biased, suggesting she was shading the products just to take another shot at Pat, and that claim set the internet ablaze. When fans asked why he was even so pressed about the backlash, Jeffree snapped right back.
That's the only reason why I made today's videos. Normally I ignore everybody, don't care, don't concern me. I woke up to thousands of comments. I mean, if you go check my Louis video, they're all there. I don't delete comments, I don't care. Okay, but I am very, very proud of my integrity, my truth, my page, my reviews, okay? All right, we have 2 brand new videos uploaded. You know, some people are calling it drama, I'm calling it my integrity. Hello? If you want to preload my makeup brushes, they launch in November. November 7th to be exact. Ah! Okay. It really is, y'all. The harassment to harass me for no reason I thought was just so weird.
He admitted that usually he ignores the noise, but this time was different. He said he woke up to thousands of comments calling him fake, dishonest, and bought out by Louis Vuitton, and he couldn't just sit back quietly. In true Jeffree fashion, he wanted to shut it all down publicly and make sure his side of the story was heard loud and clear. So that's where the beauty world stands this week. Louis Vuitton's first ever makeup line sparked chaos, split reviews, and exposed the ugly side of influencer loyalty. Some believe James and Nikkie kept it real because they spent their own money, while others think Jeffree's glowing praise shows he's blinded by brand loyalty. Either way, this drama has the entire beauty community talking, and it doesn't look like it's dying down anytime soon.